UFC 152, Jon Jones versus Vitor Belfort. First round, I think Vitor Belfort did a great job in putting himself in position to submit Jon Jones. He had the armbar locked in perfectly. He pulled, he hyperextended Jon Jones' arm. They both heard a pop. And the brilliance of Jon Jones, of course, I'm being sarcastic, but in his moment of brilliance, instead of Jon Jones keeping Vitor Belfort on the ground, he did something very stupid. While he was hurt, he hurt his arm after the pop. He decided to lift a 205-pound man full of muscle, to lift him up and allow 205 pounds of dead weight to hang from an injured arm. I'm sure that moment, in that moment, that decision he did caused him for his arm to be injured even more. I mean, the arm was already damaged once the pop happened. Instead of Jon Jones trying to fight out of it on the ground, he decides, well, I want dead weight. I want 205-pound man to hang from one arm. Of course, he did worse damage to it. That wasn't too smart. But beyond that, Jon Jones fought a good fight. I think he was right in his. I think Jon Jones was right in his assessment of the fight. He was really sloppy when it came to the jiu-jitsu. Vitor Belfort cardio was affected pretty badly. He was gassed around about the third round. You know, Jon Jones was leaving himself open left and right for submissions. If Vitor Belfort had better cardio, he may have had another chance to have Jon Jones in another submission attempt. You know, but Jon Jones, he fought through it and he got his arm loose. I think Vitor Belfort shouldn't have stood in front of Jon Jones. I think even though his striking, he did pretty okay. I think he did land a few shots. He still should have been more aggressive. I don't know how badly Vitor Belfort was affected by his injury. Vitor Belfort claimed to have I think, injured ribs, and he said that affected his breathing. That's why he wasn't able to really, really be aggressive the way he wanted to be, and really affected him on the ground why he wasn't able to position himself for another submission attempt. You know, Regardless of that, he still should have been more aggressive. They said he had a broken hand too, so I don't know if that, how bad that was. If that's the case, a broken hand and broken or cracked ribs will affect the fight dramatically. But I'm not sure how bad it was. But regardless of that, I think Vitor Belfort would have did himself a great would have did great for himself. He would have been more aggressive in that fight. He just stood there and he allowed Jon Jones to set up and kick and push him around and kick and jab the hell out of him. That's what Jones do. If you allow him to kick you, he's going to kick you. And around about the third or fourth round, he will submit you, and that's what he did. We all know the Jon Jones formula now. He kicks you, jabs you, kicks you, jabs you, throw an elbow, throw you on the ground, wrestle with you. Then he submits you in the fourth or fifth round. That's what he do. And instead of Vitor Belfort rushing in there, giving himself more opportunities to win, he decided to stand back and got picked apart. But that window on Jon Jones is officially closed. Yes, there's still a few flaws on Jon Jones. He still have a few flaws. If Jon Jones going to get beat, it has to be like right now, while people can take advantage of those flaws. Because as time go on, he's only getting better, and that's really scary. It's going to come to a point where he's going to fix those flaws, and once he fixes those flaws, you can forget about it. No one's going to beat him. No one has a chance. Not even Anderson Silva. I mean, I'm not even sure Anderson Silva can beat him now. I mean, Anderson Silva is the only fighter that's good enough to capitalize on the flaws of Jon Jones. You know, we all see that if you make a mistake with Anderson Silva, he's going to turn you to a highlight reel. And we know that Jon Jones, I saw in the fight, he's still making the same mistakes when he fought against Shogun. He did the same, making the same mistakes in this fight when he fought Vitor Belfort. So the guy, contrary to popular belief, he's not invincible. He's not perfect. He still have flaws, you know. But like he said, he prepares himself very, very well. There's no one that's gonna beat Jon Jones. There's no one on the horizon that even comes close to beating this guy. Period. I don't know how long he's gonna be out. That arm doesn't sound good. He said he was in pain during the post-fight interview. He's whatever happens. Um, the, the 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 injury bug is still haunting UFC fighters. Whatever happens, he's gonna heal up. You probably see him again in 2013, maybe late 2000, late mid 2013, and he will heal himself, and he's gonna beat up Dan Henderson, and he's gonna beat up Machida in a rematch. Dan Henderson really has no chance at all. Um, as for the only one that maybe has a chance out there is the Swede. Um, excuse me, I'm about to wreck this guy's name the way I'm about to pronounce it. Gustafsson, or whatever. The Swede. That's the only kid that have an inkling of hope of beating Jon Jones. Until then, the Jon Jones era is officially here. He's the most dominant light heavyweight probably of all time, and this is the Jon Jones era. There was a long period of time where it was just Chuck Liddell era, and after Chuck Liddell, every heavyweight was just passing the belt along like playing a game of hot potato. But now Jon Jones is the champ, and he's dominant, and he's going to be the champ for a while. He might even go on an Anderson Silva type run. You know, we shall see. That's my post thoughts for UFC 152. If you like the video, keep coming back. I will be making more. Peace.